So where were we? Driving out, seeing a moose, amazed by all the scenery, lots of cutthroat. Oh, right, the hike. Thinking we were really clever, we decided to fish a section that was harder to get to and less pressure. Well, we weren't the only brilliant ones to think of this, and after 30 minutes we ran into a guy setting up on a run. We chatted with him briefly and found out that 2 of his buddies were about an hour ahead of him. We decided we would try and push ahead of them. Fortunately, it didn't take us very long to catch up. After talking to them for a bit and swapping fishing stories, they decided to turn around and head back downstream, so we lucked out and had the rest of the river to ourselves. After we caught fish after fish, we decided we should keep moving upriver. Just around the corner was a gorgeous flat. The forest grew right to the water's edge. Where the trees couldn't grow, ferns and moss filled every nook and cranny. And of course, there were rising fish. After trying our hand at throwing dries to those rising fish, we moved up into the riffle. The fishing, if you can believe it, got even better.
Well, that's not gonna say anything. This is like an hors d'oeuvre.
Oh, that's a good sized fish. You just have a big dead.
Fish on. Fish on.
All right, now you're gonna land it.
Tell me.
That was it. I'm not. That's not paid for that. Kind of thinking. If you have trouble up there, I can net it down here.
This is fishing, boys. Watch me fall in.
Don't do that.
Time footage.
Oh boy.
Oh. Hey, how do I release it?
Oh no.
That's how you release it, boys. Ready?
Oh, did it just come out?
Yep. Found the hole.
The re-hole.
This one's green.
Don't lose it.
Holy shit.
What?
Insane. Oh my gosh. Mark. Not as big as yours, but good size. I'm not gonna be able to land him from here. Okay, bring him around. Oh, please don't get off. Ready?
Yep.
Head up. Oh, you look bigger.
After Brian caught a bunch of fish, it was my turn up on the log.
Little guy.
Boo! Now, before I show you my best fish of the trip, I wanted to talk about the camp pool. A camp pool is one of those pools that sits just outside a camp. It doesn't get the respect that other pools get. Maybe because it's taken for granted, or maybe it gets a bad rap. When I'm at home, I always have a hard time getting out of bed, but when I'm fishing, I usually wake up before my alarm, sometimes several times. But not everyone I fish with likes to get up early. So this is where the camp pool really saves the day. I can get up early, fish a few hours, catch a few fish, before anyone wakes up. This was my camp pool. If you've been lucky enough to catch a lot of fish in a day, you start to get a sense of size when you set the hook. When I set the hook, and all I felt were head shakes, I knew I was into a good one. As the fish flashed near the surface, and I saw the orange belly and gill plates, I knew it was not only my biggest fish, but the most spectacularly colored fish I had caught on the trip. While I held it in my hands and let it recover, Brian captured these beautiful shots. On our last day, we decided to try our hand searching for some of those fabled bull trout. Armed with some new flies and some new places to search, we set out. As we drifted and stripped streamers around boulders and drop-offs, the cutthroat started rising around us. Unable to resist the lure, we switched back to cutthroat fare. We threw dry flies, nipped, pulled small streamers, and you guessed it, the fishing was fantastic.
Got him! Oh, shoot.
All great things must come to an end, and so did our trip. While we drove out, we laughed at the memories of places we fished, and made plans about the places we didn't. Not even home, we were already dreaming about our next trip back. Thanks for watching the final episode of our trip to the St. Joe River. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification to get notified of new videos. If you somehow missed the first episode, check it out here. And if you want to watch other fishing adventures, check them out here. Hope you enjoyed it.